we came back down there in '94, and there was probably about same mountain range, Miller Peak. That was in that, yeah, that was the name of the mountain, the highest part of the mountain. But we came back in '94 on a fire in that same range, and I think there was probably 4 or 5 of us left over from the Peak fire in '88. This is on the Miller fire, probably a no-name fire at this point, but we were punching an indirect line up this ridge, and Cook was out, you know, doing a lookout thing with the other soup. It was 2 shot crews, and there was a blue card crew, and somehow the blue card crew had leaped ahead, and the other crew, it was a Region 3 crew, I can't remember which one it was below us, and we got, you know, it was kind of like, it was a heads up day, you know. I remember being semi-comfortable, not like freaking out, but just, you know, it was one of those days you had your, as they say, you had your head on a swivel. You're really, and as we got higher, we got out of the grass, more into the brush, so you really couldn't see that well. You kind of lost your visibility of the main fire, which was a couple ridges over somewhere. And then at some time the word came from the soups like, hey, you guys, RTO, it's time to head down the mountain. And so we started going back down. There was 3 crews, and I was on the trail. I was a trail squatty that day, so I was taking the crew down, and I had the other hotshot crew below me. And there was this optical illusion through what you could see in the brush where it looked like the fire was right below us. And I remember thinking, how could Cook have waited this long? You know? And so everybody saw it, and we kind of started panicking. And everyone, you had like all 3 crews were running down the hill. And I remember just telling the person in front of me on the other crew, go, you got 40 people above you, you got 40 people above you. And I just go, we are going to get slammed. We are going to take so much heat. And looked at peeling off to the opposite side, but it would have been crashing through brush. That would have been that's probably what we would have had to do. And on the radio, we're hearing traffic from the soup saying, hey, you don't have to run. You don't have to run. And we finally came out of the brush into the grass, and where we could see, and you could see the fire was like another drainage away. We had plenty of time, but just the way it looked in the brush, it was like this optical illusion that the fire was right below us. And all of a sudden, every sigh of relief. But so we sat down as a crew, and we got down to the bottom to reconfigure, and kind of sat down and talked about it. And a lot of us was, you know, the ones that were there for the Peak fire, was just that kind of reliving that whole thing that happened in '88 over again. And that was probably somewhere in the back of our minds. I think just knowing hey, we're back in this place again. You know, the last time we were here, it didn't work out that good for about 5 minutes. And that was really that was a weird deal that day.